Hello everyone, it's Lindsay from the Vintage Button. It's Saturday afternoon now, and this morning I made over my inspiration boards in my room. If you've seen the room tour, you would have seen the inspiration, the large one that's on the other side of this desk. In fact, let's just have a quick... Can we do that? That's the new one. It's a little bit emptier because I've spread it over with the stuff on the other side, but I'm sure it'll get full. It's very easy to do, and I'm so chuffed with how it's come out for both of them. So I did the small one actually on a video, which I don't know if it's going to come out before or after this, but check that one out. Very simple, easy makeover. It's like it's one of those things that you think, why didn't I do that years ago? But there you go. So after that, Miles went on his walk, and then he came back and we went to Risby Barns because it's bank holiday weekend. I've just been paid, and I thought, you know what? I haven't been for absolutely months. It's probably been 3 months. So I'm going to go back. I didn't take any film in there. I kind of wish I had done now, but there we go. I didn't. Here we are though. I'm just going to go through it. You tell me in the comments what you would have got, what you wouldn't have got. I think for all of this, I think it was about £32. No, probably more like £35. But I'm really happy with it. I'm really, really happy with it. So we're going to start with a rosette. I've been doing a rosette with my latest slow stitch project that I've started. And I think I'm quite inspired rosette wise, full stop. So it might be something that happens slow stitch and junk journaling. This has got like a hook on it. It's for riding. There's so much horsey stuff going around here. So that's the first thing. And there is a pink one, but I think it got lost in the boot of the car. Okay, the next thing, let's go through this, and then we'll whiz through the 5 million postcards that I bought for £6. So this is quite interesting. It is a little grab bag of vintage haberdashery. There are some bits that are vintage. There are other bits that I would say are questionable whether they're vintage or not. So here we go. Let's open it. I didn't quite set myself down. Hope you don't mind me moving the camera about. I'm just trying to do things slightly differently. And I wanted to show you the table. Alright, so here we go. I won't move the camera again, I promise. I'll be putting things back in there. So I don't think things like this are vintage, but I do think that is vintage. You know, like there is a difference. But they're nice colours, and they've probably come from a clearance. That's not vintage. But again, the colours are useful. So we've got quite a lot of colours. These are beautiful. See, this would be nice in a junk journal. It needs stabilising on another piece of card. Cotton mending. I have a box that I sort of separate all these things off, so that's a little bit of a for reinforcing, but I love the colour of that. That's a beautiful colour. Oh, that might go into slow stitchness. This is quite dirty. I've not cleaned these things off. I've cleaned the outside, but I've not cleaned obviously the things inside the bag. It is windy out there. You can hear it. Look at this. This is so interesting. It's for fixing your nylons, your tights. It's very fine. Interesting. Oh, little paper bag. I always like a paper bag. Oh, that will be put in the junk journal stuff. These closures are quite useful. Well, I've got plenty of them. I think they might be useful for junk journaling. Hooks and eyes. 12p. I love the colour combinations. This is obviously very 1970s. The colour combination on that is fantastic. What's that? Oh, Oh, some very old hooks and eyes. Oh, look at that little picture. I wonder how old that is. And he's rescuing and putting in a junk journal. So we've got those. And then, so Risby Barns is like an antique mall in 2 barns. I would say one of them is Elizabethan at least, because it's a proper thatched English oak beam barn. It's in desperate need of restoration, but I would say one of them is lots of hundreds of years old, and the other one probably not as near the same level of antiquity. I would say that's probably beginning of last century, could even be mid-century. But inside they've got lots of these little stalls. Excuse the rustling. With things in. Look at this. Oh, I've got a perfect tin that they might go in. These are actual, genuine, real life, not made in China, not bought by Tim Holtz, railway cards. Like proper ones from England, and they were £2.50 for a bag of them. So in Risby Barns, the newer barn, I find for junk journaling and slow stitching much more fruitful. Let's have a quick look through. Aylesford and Ropley, Mid-Hants Railway, and they've got the little bit, you know, like the little bit nicked off, so that would be one way. That would be like both ways. So I think party half, I think that must mean like what we call a single now. Oh, look at that, and they've all got different notches, and they're actually made out of card. First class. I think that's an advert. There's just so many of them. Did cut. I think some of them might be from like a charity. What's that? Yeah, June 1983. Stern Valley Railway. Yeah, I think that might be like, it's kind of where you would go on holiday. It might be somebody, you know, like somebody probably travelled around and did these steam 1983. I'm taking it though, that's still vintage. £1984. Yeah, look, Amberley Chalk Pits Museum. So I wonder if it's somebody's sort of retirement collection. 1983. This has been such a bargain, and there's such lovely colours and interesting ones. Look at that, that's like two-tone. Buckfastleigh, Totnes. So Totnes is like Devon, Cornwall. Yeah, Dart Valley. Got an advert on the back. Oil with a muscle molecule. Oh, charter control, that's British Railways. Hertfordshire Tor to Kings Lynn. So Hertfordshire's towards London from here. Kings Lynn's in Norfolk, on the Norfolk coast. So yeah, it must have been like, but that's definitely British Railways. Got like purple and green. Child. Yeah, that's fantastic. Right, I need a tin to put these in, so I'm going to show you a tin next. So this was my most expensive tin, and it was £5, and it's fudge, but I just loved it. And it's got holes in the bottom, so I don't know whoever kept what in this after. I've cleaned it out, so it's clean and it's dry, but it is a bit rusty, but I think it'll keep railway stubs in. And that's where these can live. Oh, it might not be big enough. Might be right for just now, but we might need to get a bigger one. I think we will, unless I can do a bit of futzing. But for now, we will put them in this. So I would say actually that tin at £5 was, I was paid £5 for another thing, was the most expensive thing that I paid, you know, singly for. But I will pay up to like £5. I'll pay more for a bigger tin. But I like it when they are free. Like this one. This one was actually inside one of these tins, and when I got to the till I was like, oh, this was inside. And he was like, well, just have it. And I was like, well, I'm not going to say no. So it's a little tin. It's got maple tea in it. So it looks like somebody's been to Canada. Yeah, like a kind of souvenir thing from Canada. This. So this was £2.50. I've taken the price label off because I wanted it, and it's marked it a little bit. But I'm really not bothered. This will make a fantastic junk journal. I just can't. I have another. I've got a black version of this, and I'm like, oh, I'd like to make some sort of Halloween witchy thing, but I don't know what I would make of this one. So at the moment, it's got these soldiers in it. They're like cigarette cards, but it's not an official cigarette card album. And it's all different army people from the British Empire, when we had an empire, all the different regiments from. So there's like people from Canada, that's like Canadian, Australian, New Zealand, more Australia, and then like these Sind horse. They look like Indian, don't they? Or Pakistan, I don't know. Kind of, I don't know when they partitioned it all, and was that after the empire? I don't know. I should know, because it's all kicking off, isn't it? But we won't think about that. Aren't they? They're resplendent, these gentlemen. There's all kinds from all different places. There's African, Gold Coast, Nigeria, Burma, Northern Rhodesia, so that's Kenya. Jordan. There we go. Singapore. It's all over the world. I do apologise. There we go. Look at this though. This is beautiful. So this is Brook Bond Tea, and they did. So these ones are cigarette cards. And this is tea. And I think this is probably in the 60s or 70s, and they make amazing junk journals because you can actually turn them into a book. So I take them apart and I make them into a book with 2 signatures in, and they just make an amazing junk journal. It's nearly complete. It's not quite there, but it's got like all these interesting, the bits you cross off as you get it. So you buy a box of tea and you would get a little pack of cards. I remember this from like when I was a kid. But I have a thing for birds. Oh, I love the robin. Robins are my favourite. So it's really nice just to sort of like have a look through, but I definitely will be making a journal like this. I don't know if I'll be selling that journal. I might make it so that you can junk journal in it. I've got quite a few of these books, and I could have bought, I had to stop myself basically and said you can have one. So this one was the one. It was £3.50, which I have paid a lot less, but I just really like the robin, so I might keep it. It's got a robin on it, so I might keep it. So then back to the next expensive thing is this. Now it wasn't from Risby Barns. Where was it from? Oh, it's so where I live there's a massive race course, and they've just had like a mid-century and vintage flea market, but they have an antiques fair that comes about 3 times a year, and I don't go to it because like I spent £30 odd here. I would spend hundreds, and I'm very disciplined when it comes to money, but the amount of goodness is actually overwhelming, because the race course is a national race course and it's massive, and there's like 4 tiers of it. There's thousands of stalls, so it is overwhelming, but it's just amazing. And I remember we went and I got 2 massive wedding agreements, and the sheets of paper was much bigger than this, and I got them for £2.50 each, and it was because they were on the floor. I don't know why. Everything else was a bit more overpriced than these 2 things, and they were from 1822. So when I saw this, and I noticed that this is from 1900, so it's kind of like nearly 100 years later, and it looks very similar, but it's sort of condensed, and I was just interested in seeing how different things were. So this has got these amazing wax seals on them. Look at that. And just the writing is beautiful. I wish I could write like that. So it's a will, this one, or it's what is it, indenture, so it's kind of like promising something, because it's from one person to another. I don't think they're selling it, but this person lives in London, the rest live in. So it's a will. But look at so this is the back of the seals with the ribbons and the little stamp, and then a shilling, and then this is a stamp. It's not the writing. This is actually a stamp, you can see, and it's got, whereas on the other one, I think somebody did all the swirly writing. So this will be scanned in, and then I will have at it, because I don't, there are so many things that I will cut it up at some point. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's been bought. It's been bought to do that. So don't come at me. This tin is from France, apparently. I don't know what it had in it. It's probably had biscuits or something in it. And it was the grand total of 50p. And it had a free tin in it. So I couldn't argue with that. That's why I was like, okay. Pace. And it was a stall I don't normally go to. So that kind of... I hope I didn't shout at you in the microphone. So this is a modern tin. It's a Laura Ashley one. And it was £2. But I really think it's very pretty. It's like, it is very, very pretty. I love the colour. The colour combination. It's like greys and very pale blues into this navy. I kind of want to paint my lounge this colour, and I don't know. It's between this colour or like a green like that. I don't know. To colour drench one wall. I think the house would like that. I give the house a personality, because he's old. So this is, we've got some buttons. They're beautiful. They were £3. That is worth it. And then I've got all of these. So tin again was 50p, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packs of. Here's 6 packs of these postcards, which are 30 for £1. So you cannot moan at 30 for £1 from an antiques place. It's not even a charity shop. This is an antiques place. It is called Risby Barns, and it is in Suffolk. It is, I think it's just the other side of Bury St Edmunds, as if you were coming from Cambridge. It is amazing. It doesn't really have any social media because it's run by 2 old couples. Because I asked them the last time, I was like, do you have any social media? No. Okay. So I'm just going to get them all out, and we're going to rifle through them. I've got a thing for work, and actually that I'm going to do 2 hauls separately, and I'll talk more about the other one, about ideas I've already had for the place where I got the other stuff. But I've got this workshop at work, and part of that would be decorating postcards. So kind of the ugly ones, but I quite like that. That will be interesting, shoved in a junk journal. Look at that, you've got space to write on the front there as well. What's that of? Electrons about Moscow. Ooh, fancy. Hove, rough sea. That's just amazing. See, some of these, when they're a bit ugly, I would like, that's not very interesting, and it's out of focus. And where is it of? Oh, it's of Moscow. Oh, okay. But I would cover that up. Why is it out of focus? I don't know. You know, like I would cover that up with vintage bits and pieces, and then you've got the back to sort of do your journaling on. And that's another Moscow one. I'm all for the like old Russian stuff, but it is slightly out of focus, and you know, you don't feel bad. I quite like that image for some reason. You don't feel bad covering it up. It's really interesting what people think is a good picture. I like the space to write another bit on the front. See, like, I mean, I'm sure that was really important when it was communist time. They're really thin as well. They're fantastic for junk journals. Anyway, we've got that. And then we've got a picture of Tinton, the promenade. Don't know where that is. It's a real photograph. Bradford. Oh, so it's up north. Bradford's in Yorkshire. Hillingdon Borough Libraries. Hillingdon Church. Hillingdon's just north of London. Oh, look at that. I bet that's Russian. Oh, no, it's in New York. Mural in the Security Council chamber at United Nations. It looks very Russian. So you can see Chatsworth. Oh, the Weeping Willow. Oh, see, that's beautiful. That doesn't need covering up, so it won't go in the thing for the workshop that I want to do. Oh, look at it. It's just so beautiful. Eastland Valley from Fairholme. Where's Fairholme? I don't know. But I'm just chuffed. You don't really want to go through all these though with me, do you? See that? I will be separating them out. That can be covered up. And then you sort of journal on the back. Clifton Suspension Bridge. Bristol. The black and white ones, I'm like, it's a carpet. Floral carpet in Weymouth. Oh, okay. Look at that. See, that's really properly old. That's going to get scanned in. Yeah, that's like Victorian. I would have paid more than £1 just for that. Shh, don't tell anybody at Risby Barns. Linton Oak, see, that's a perfect candidate to be junk journaled over. And then you've got a pretty card bit to write on the back. As is that. I mean, it's a bit of a pagoda, but a United Nations building again. See, that's interesting bit to put in your junk journal. Do you see what I'm saying? Oh, Swanage Bay and Pier. Do you know, I'm going to send that to somebody. Another YouTuber who's a lot more successful than me, but she's just moved to a house in Swanage. And, yeah. I think that would be a nice thing to do. Hillingdon Libraries again. I don't know if you'd want to go. Do you want me to go through all of it? There's literally hundreds of them. Let's just see if we can find quickly any more interesting ones. Saffron Walden Parish Church. No. Oh, who's she? Diane de Potier. Oh, look at that. Dunster Castle and Yarn Market. That's beautiful. St Ives. I used to live in St Ives a very long time ago. It's got this medieval bridge that is really beautiful, and you can get a key and go in that bit. That's not St Ives in Cornwall. That just looks like a painting. It's not got any... little church. See that? You can be thingied over. That Clover. I was just about to say that looks like Clovelly. It is Clovelly. Clovelly is an amazing place in Devon. You've got to pay to go in. It's like a private village, and it kind of winds its way down, and then you've got to try and get back up. And then you give in and pay somebody in a Range Rover to take you back up. It's beautiful though, Clovelly. If you ever go to Devon, Sunshine and Shadow, Queensbower, near Brocklehurst. Anyway, as you can see, for £6, I have got absolutely heaps, and some of them are very, very old. That's very, very old. And some of them are not like that. It's ridiculously old. You know, like 100 years old, some of these. Obviously, they've got so many of them, and they just want to sell. That's interesting. So I will be going through and finding ones that can be like that. That's not that pretty, really. So that could be done over. Let's see, can I just find some interesting ones? That's pretty. Toledo. Where's Toledo? Is it Ohio? Rye. I think we had a tin from Rye, and somebody said that they came from Rye. Shapfell, that's in Yorkshire. Clovelly again, the donkeys. It's so beautiful, Clovelly. I bet you've watched lots of period films, and they were shot in Clovelly. I think there was a Pride and Prejudice, not a Pride and Prejudice, Sense and Sensibility, a bit of that was shot in Clovelly. It's very, very nice. It's been years since I've been down that way. In fact, I think Lily was like a 5-year-old. No, she couldn't have been. She might have been a little bit older, but not much. So there we go. That's that haul. And then another tin. And I'll show you, I kept the label on this one. 50p. Again, it's another French tin. I'm loving it. It's a little bit... Oh, I can fix that. I can fix that myself. I won't even need the miles to help me to fix that. Yeah. So that's my little haul. There's loads of it. I'm going to say goodbye. Remind you, I do have a giveaway. This is June 2025. No, it's May 2025, but it's the 6th of June when I'll be doing the announcements for this giveaway. It's part of my Be Happy Stationery Design Team project for this month, and I thought I would give it away. It's a French biscuit tin or biscuit box made into a junk journal using her Love is in the Air kit and my junk. So if you want to win that, all you have to do is be subscribed, like and comment on the video. Hope you've enjoyed it. There will be more hauls. They've been quite often. I've had quite a few past few weeks. It may slow down somewhat. I'm going to do a charity shop haul now, and then perhaps over the next few weeks I might see if I can do some free finding book-wise for junk journaling. But there we go. Oh, little buckle. Put that with a haberdashery. I will talk to you soon. Hope you've enjoyed it. Bye bye.